How can something that increases productivity, reduces disease, and helps millions of undernourished people receive essential vitamins with their food be bad? Growing up near Berkeley, California, I've heard the outcry for the natural, organic foodies in regards to genetically modified organisms for most of my life now. I, like many others, believed without really knowing that GMOs were bad for you. When buying food, I was more likely to choose the brand that was labeled non-GMO, thinking I was doing my body a favor. It turns out that I didn't have all the information on GMOs to make an informed decision. When it came to K-State, I've been taking a lot of agriculture classes now, and I've learned more about what GMOs are, and my opinion on them has changed a lot recently. I actually think that GMOs are good. So the benefits of GMO crops, the U.S. Farmers and Ranchers Alliance shares that less water and pesticides are needed to grow food on less land than ever. Genetically modified crops are fighting disease and the industries that produce them. Disease-resistant crops allow farmers to use no-tilling methods, which reduce nutrient runoff and soil erosion and emissions from tractors. Food waste is reduced because GMO crops resist bruising. Foods are being enhanced with more nutrition which means that people in third world countries are getting more vitamins in their food. Modern agriculture states that GMO crops help preserve natural habitats because less land is needed to grow them. Also, there is more economic security in farming them than ever before. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations says that farmers can grow more food on less land with GMO crops. They also claim that GMO food tastes better and they have more nutrients and are resistant to disease and pests and have a way faster grow time. The other side of GMO debate is that they're bad. The Office of Science at the U.S. Department of Energy states that resistance to antibiotics and unknown effects of GMOs due to the fact that scientists are tampering with nature. A lot of people believe that you shouldn't tamper with it and that it would be bad for you if you do mess with nature. You should let nature kind of run its course. They claim there's no way to know how bad GMOs are for you because all the testing that has been done on GMOs are through the companies that make the GMOs, and the FDA really never reviews these studies from the companies. As of now, the benefits far outweigh the concerns around genetically modified crops. More people can be fed healthier food. There's less waste, less emissions released into the air with GMOs. There aren't pesticides that are running into the watershed. With no-till agriculture, that means that farmers aren't tilling the field every time they're growing a new crop, and actually it reduces a lot of the carbon emissions that come off of farming, because once you till the ground, a lot of the carbon releases into the atmosphere. So if you don't till the land, it actually keeps those underground, and when you're growing more crops, it pushes all the carbon from those other crops back into the ground. So how could this not be a good thing? There's no proof that GMOs are bad. There is proof that GMOs are good and helpful to crops, farmers, and consumers. I mean, the choice is clear. GMOs are kind of the way to go. I printed this guy out here. GMOs contribute to the environmental sustainability. It's really good. Can't really see it that well on the camera, but it's really good. It talks about how reduced pesticides use and greenhouse gas emissions are cut down, and you're using less water when you're growing your crops. Some really important things there.